Have you ever walked into a room and felt like you're on a different wavelength, like the world's script doesn't quite match the one you're writing? Do you sense the weight of conformity pressing down, yet choose to stand tall, unyielding, guided by your own inner compass? If this resonates, you're not just different, you're likely a Sigma male. Welcome to Sigma Male Community, the hub for men who carve their own paths with unapologetic strength and wisdom. Today we're diving into 11 reasons why Sigma males don't fit into society's mold, and why that's not a flaw but a testament to their power. Get ready to see your uniqueness not as isolation, but as a badge of honor forged in resilience and clarity. This journey isn't about fitting in, it's about standing out, about mastering yourself in a world that demands conformity. Here at Sigma Male Community, we celebrate the men who reject the herd's playbook and write their own rules. Through the lens of Stoic philosophy, we'll explore why your refusal to blend in is a deliberate choice, rooted in self-mastery and rational thinking. So, settle in, brothers. This is your call to embrace the strength that sets you apart and to harness it for a life of purpose and excellence. 1. The Unbreakable Code, forged in solitude, not society. Most men inherit their moral framework like a worn-out jacket, comfortable, familiar, but rarely questioned. They follow society's rules without pausing to ask if they align with truth or strength. The Sigma male, however, discards this hand-me-down morality. He forges his own ethical code in the crucible of solitude, where ruthless logic and personal experience are the only judges. Every value, kindness, honesty, loyalty, is subjected to intense scrutiny. Does it hold up under pressure? Does it serve his vision of integrity? Only what survives this trial by fire earns a place in his unyielding framework. This isn't rebellion for its own sake. It's a commitment to living by principles that resonate with his core, not society's fleeting trends. This self-authored code makes the Sigma an enigma to others. His actions don't bend to predictable social cues. He might forgive a stranger's slight because it doesn't threaten his inner order, yet sever a lifelong friendship over a single betrayal that violates his principles. To outsiders this seems inconsistent, even harsh. But to the Sigma, it's the opposite. It's the clarity of living by a law he's crafted himself, answerable only to his own conscience. This internal consistency, rooted in Stoic self-mastery, grants him a freedom most can't fathom. The ability to act without seeking approval, to stand firm in a world that sways with the crowd. 2. Outgrowing the herd, when evolution outpaces belonging. For most, social groups are a cozy refuge, a place to belong and find identity. But for the Sigma male, they're temporary classrooms, rich with lessons but not permanent homes. He enters with a predator's curiosity, dissecting group dynamics, decoding unspoken rules, and extracting every ounce of insight. Yet, the moment the lesson is learned, the pattern mastered, or the growth potential exhausted, his interest fades like mist in the morning sun. He doesn't abandon the group out of disdain. He simply outgrows it, his evolution propelling him toward new challenges. This relentless pursuit of growth is his lifeblood, and he won't tether himself to stagnation for the sake of belonging. This constant forward motion leaves others puzzled, even resentful. They see his departure as aloofness, but it's not about rejection, it's about transcendence. The Sigma's mind is wired for progress, not nostalgia. He doesn't linger in comfort zones or cling to familiar faces out of obligation. In the Stoic tradition, he embraces the discipline of letting go, understanding that true growth often requires solitude. While the herd replays the same chapter, he's already writing the next, moving toward frontiers of understanding that others can't yet see. This is why he doesn't fit in. His trajectory is upward, unbound by the gravity of collective expectations. 3. Suffering respected, victimhood revolting. Pain is life's unrelenting teacher, and the Sigma male respects its power to forge character. He admires those who face hardship with quiet dignity, who transform suffering into strength without fanfare. But for those who wear their pain as a badge, demanding sympathy or using it as an excuse for weakness, he feels only disdain. This isn't a lack of compassion. It's a rejection of manipulation and the cowardice of choosing victimhood over resilience. The Sigma sees suffering as a crucible, not a currency. In a world obsessed with broadcasting grievances, his Stoic resolve to endure in silence is a radical act of defiance. He applies this same standard to himself. His struggles are battled in private, each challenge a forge that tempers his spirit. He doesn't seek applause for his endurance or lower expectations because of his pain. Instead, he emerges stronger, his resilience a quiet testament to his inner fortitude. This approach, grounded in Stoic principles of self-control, sets him apart in a culture that rewards victim narratives. The Sigma's refusal to play that game, his insistence on transforming pain into power, makes him an outlier, a man who respects suffering but rejects the weakness it can breed. For the sanctuary within, the fortress no one breaches. The Sigma male isn't just private, he's a fortress of self, impenetrable by design. Behind his engaging exterior lies a sacred inner world, where thoughts, emotions and plans are meticulously guarded. This isn't coldness, it's strategic sovereignty. He knows vulnerability can be weaponized, so he shares only curated glimpses, never the full blueprint of his soul. This deliberate containment is his ultimate freedom, a Stoic shield against external pressures, emotional blackmail or the need for validation. While others spill their hearts to feel connected, the Sigma remains the master of his domain, an enigma by choice. This inner sanctuary allows him to navigate relationships with unmatched clarity. He can forge deep connections but always from a position of strength, never dependence. Even in intimacy he retains an unassailable core, ensuring no one can claim ownership over his essence. To others this may seem distant, but it's the opposite. It's the confidence of a man who needs no external anchor. Rooted in Stoic self-reliance, his fortress is both his refuge and his power, enabling him to move through the world untethered, a sovereign force no one can breach. 5. The double-edged sword, intelligence that sees too deeply. The Sigma male's intelligence is a piercing light, illuminating truths others overlook. Where most see a casual conversation, he sees motives, power plays, and the absurdities of social scripts. He perceives the vanity behind status symbols, the insecurity cloaked in bravado, and the hollow rituals society clings to. This hyper-awareness isn't a choice, it's his mind's default, a relentless analysis that strips away illusions. But this clarity comes at a cost. It isolates him, making participation in the social game feel like a betrayal of his intellect. He walks through a world of facades, seeing the cracks others ignore. Yet this same insight is his strength. Grounded in Stoic rational thinking, his ability to see through the noise gives him an edge, allowing him to navigate life with precision. He doesn't just observe. He understands, dissecting complexities with a clarity that others envy or fear. This makes him a dispassionate observer, not out of arrogance, but because his mind demands truth over comfort. The Sigma's intelligence, while isolating, is his compass, guiding him through a world that often prefers illusion to reality, ensuring he remains true to his path. That friction you feel daily? That's not a flaw, it's the spark of a mind awake in a world asleep. You see the scripts others follow blindly, the performances they mistake for reality, and it sets you apart. Here at Sigma Male Community, we don't teach you to fit into that slumbering crowd. We show you how to weaponize your awareness, to turn that dissonance into power. Feel that tension? It's proof you're operating on a higher frequency. Embrace it, it's the mark of a man who refuses to be lulled into complacency. Now let's dive back into why your very nature defies the herd. 6. The emotional paradox, depth concealed, detachment mastered. The Sigma male is no emotionless machine. Beneath his calm exterior rages a storm of passion, love, and fury, emotions so deep they could overwhelm most. But he masters them with Stoic discipline, revealing only fragments to the world. This isn't suppression, it's strategy. He knows raw emotional exposure can be a liability, so he offers just enough to intrigue, never enough to be fully mapped. His ability to forge profound bonds while retaining the power to detach, swiftly and decisively, when trust is broken or toxicity creeps in is what sets him apart. This emotional paradox makes him magnetic. He cherishes connection but refuses to be owned by it, maintaining a self-possession that others find both alluring and unsettling. When he walks away from a toxic situation, it's not heartlessness, it's survival, a Stoic commitment to protecting his peace. His emotional landscape is a vast, uncharted territory, revealed only on his terms. This balance of depth and detachment ensures he remains in control, a man whose heart burns fiercely but whose surface remains an unshakable calm. 7. Confidence forged in the fire of I don't care. Most men build confidence on a shaky foundation of external validation, likes, praise, applause. The Sigma male's confidence, however, is forged in the fire of indifference. He doesn't need your approval, it's irrelevant to his sense of self. Praise is a fleeting breeze, criticism mere static. His self-worth is an internal flame, fueled by his own standards and unswayed by the crowd's judgment. This stoic detachment from external opinion isn't arrogance. It's liberation, a freedom most can only dream of. This unshakable confidence unnerves others because it lacks the hunger for validation they recognize in themselves. He admits flaws without shame, corrects mistakes without ego, and rejects the exhausting pursuit of perfection. Compliments don't inflate him. Insults don't wound him. This makes him impervious to manipulation, a man whose power lies in his simple, terrifying truth. He doesn't care if you like him. Rooted in stoic self-mastery, his confidence is a fortress, built not on others' opinions but on his own unyielding truth. 8. The art of the ghost, presence without imprint. The Sigma male is a social chameleon, wielding charisma or intensity as the situation demands. He understands the game, egos, desires, unspoken rules, and plays it with surgical precision. But his brilliance lies in his ability to vanish once the performance is over. The charm fades, the energy dissipates, and he leaves no emotional residue. While others get trapped in their personas or tangled in social debts, he walks away clean, untethered by the roles he plays or the people he engages. This ability to be present without leaving an imprint is both his strength and his mystery. To others it may seem cold, but to the Sigma, it's efficiency, a stoic mastery of detachment that preserves his autonomy. He connects deeply enough to achieve his goals but never so deeply that he's caught in the web of obligation. His interactions are deliberate, his exits graceful. This art of the ghost ensures he remains a free agent, navigating the social world with the precision of a specter, leaving no trace behind. 9. The predator-prey mind, embracing the inner battle. Within the Sigma male's mind rages a relentless duel. He is both predator and prey. He hunts his flaws with forensic intensity, dragging every insecurity and weakness into the light to be dissected and mastered. This isn't self-doubt, it's a stoic commitment to self-awareness, a refusal to let vulnerabilities fester unchecked. By confronting his darkness, he turns potential weaknesses into strengths, fortifying himself against external attacks. This internal war zone is his crucible, forging a resilience that makes him nearly impossible to manipulate. This duality equips him to navigate life with unmatched adaptability. In predator mode, he strikes decisively, seizing opportunities with clarity. In prey mode, he observes, learns, and adapts, always one step ahead. This constant evolution, rooted in stoic self-discipline, ensures he's never static, never vulnerable in the same way twice. He's faced his own abyss and emerged stronger, a man who knows exactly where he can be struck and has already reinforced those points. The Sigma's mind is a battlefield, and he is its master. 10. The allure of the unfinished puzzle. Mastering calculated mystery. The Sigma male wields mystery like a weapon, revealing just enough to captivate but always holding back the core. He's an unfinished puzzle, compelling others to chase the next piece while never fully solving him. This isn't deception, it's strategic ambiguity, a stoic mastery of perception. By controlling what others see, he maintains power in every interaction, ensuring he remains just out of reach. In relationships, this calculated mystery fuels fascination, making him magnetic precisely because he's unattainable. Even when someone thinks they've cracked his code, he shifts, revealing a new layer that keeps the allure alive. This isn't about hiding his true self, it's about protecting his sovereignty while inviting intrigue. The Sigma understands that power lies in the unknown, and he uses this to his advantage, navigating the world as a ghost in the social machine. His stoic restraint ensures he's never fully known, a man whose depth is felt but never fully grasped, leaving others forever drawn to the enigma. 11. Conformity, the slow death they refuse to die. For the Sigma male, conformity isn't adaptation, it's annihilation. The idea of wearing a social mask, parroting opinions, or bending to fit expectations feels like a slow, suffocating death. He senses the herd's need for validation as a chain, dragging souls into mediocrity. The cost of acceptance, surrendering his thoughts, desires, and unique perspective, is a price he refuses to pay. He'd rather stand alone, raw and authentic, than be surrounded and hollow. This isn't rebellion, it's a stoic demand for existential sovereignty. This refusal to conform makes him a lightning rod for friction, but he embraces it as the price of freedom. He speaks his truth without filter, acts on his principles without apology, and accepts the isolation that comes with authenticity. To be loved for a lie is betrayal. To be true, even if it means walking alone, is liberation. The Sigma's commitment to his own path, grounded in stoic clarity, ensures he'll never sacrifice his soul to fit in. His life is a testament to the power of living unapologetically, no matter the cost. Being a Sigma male isn't about failing to fit in, it's about rejecting a system built on borrowed values and emotional dependency. You're not broken, you're operating on a higher plane, one defined by self-mastery, resilience, and unyielding authenticity. If these 11 reasons struck a chord, if they've ignited a spark of recognition or empowerment, then take action. Like this video, drop a comment with your thoughts and share it with brothers who need to hear this message. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to join Sigma Male Community, your guide to living with strength and purpose. Your journey is yours alone, but you're not walking it in isolation. Here we're a brotherhood of men committed to growth, to challenging the status quo, and to mastering ourselves through stoic wisdom. Take what you've learned today, apply it, and let's keep this conversation alive in the comments. Until next time, stay true, stay strong, and keep forging the Sigma path you were born to walk.